Hi, Scorpio. How are you? This is Tara. Welcome to your February 2016 forecast and Psychic Tarot forecast. And also, I want to wish you happy Valentine's Day and much love to you. I really appreciate your likes and subscribes and all. And also, I want to pass along, this month is really about love and all, but it's also about not only the other person, but you yourself to take self-care. I get a lot of questions about relationships and if this person's interested in me, and this comes from men and women. And, to me, if you always own your power and love yourself and treat yourself well, then that will ripple out and other people will be attracted if they are in your highest interest. Sometimes there's relationships that there's just somebody else for you. So if you have relationship questions, if you have financial questions, career questions, or even health, or whatever they are, that's what the tarot is good for. I go into my intuition and I answer questions for you, and I also do your numerology. So it's a really enlightening experience to help you answer questions. And also the videos are very popular. People are really liking those. They send in a question or two or three, depending if you want a 15-minute video or if you want a 30-minute video. And I'll answer all of those. I've gotten a lot of good feedback from that. So you can email me at themagicalmatrix@gmail.com and just let me know what you want to do, or if you have any questions about readings. Or you can go on my scheduler, which is my website, taraventura.com, under order or reading. So let me know if you have any questions either way, and I can usually get to people within about a week or two, usually a week and a half the longest. Okay? All right, so on to your reading. And a couple cards. Let's see. I always go by how they feel, that one. And then this one. Okay, so there we go. All right, Scorpio. Well, your first card, and I'm going to turn them all over, do something a little bit different this time, and kind of overview of them. So you have a couple of spirit cards, and spirit cards have to do with our aspirations, our inspirations, our spiritual force. So really what you're feeling on a very, very deep level. There's one card that's about the thinking. It's about our perceptions, our concepts, where we are in the head. And then you have a physical card that denotes about your possessions, your money, your finances. So, and that's the last card, and I really like it. So let's go on to the first card. And this is, like I said, this is a spirit card, and it's the number 2. And this is the waiting game. Well, interestingly enough, there's not much more to this wait. Whatever you've been waiting on, there's not much more to this. This is surrounded in gold. He's walking in gold around this sandbar, and the tree has already blossomed. So whatever you've been working on, whatever conclusion in a relationship, those are the words I'm hearing, that there needs to be some conclusion in a relationship, some resolve for some of you. And this could be either romantic or personal, which could be a friend, or it could be a business partner or at a position. But there just needs to be some resolve around some questions you've had or people that you've been dealing with business-wise. I do feel like it's very grounding for you. I do feel like whatever the situation is, that you can really get a firm hold on things finally. I'm hearing the words finally. So this might have to do with this, again, if it's personal, it could have to do with a spouse that, maybe there's been some interruptions with his work, or family finances, or it could be children's expenses, if you've had some of that. It could also be, as far as business-wise, it could be some projects you've been working on that really feel like they've been on hold, and maybe they still are a little bit. There's a few delays, but the 2 in this, 2's about being cooperative, patient, diplomatic. And I feel like if you all do that, then you're really going to start seeing some fruits of your labor business-wise too. Because I'm hearing career. Your career is transitioning, and I think there's some more money to come out of this. Yeah, when I'm looking at this card, what I'm really noticing is a lot of the gold. So, that second chakra too. So kind of be creative when you're communicating with other people as well. Communication seems to be key with this card, is that you have more to do. There's been some delays, there may be a few more, but when you communicate in a very, let's just say this month, heart essence way, I think that you'll enjoy the results. Okay, your next card is a mental card. And the mental cards are about, again, our thinking, our concepts, our thoughts, what's going on inside of the head. And so right now, or a little bit of this month, you're feeling like maybe this is the trapped in fear card. And it's the number 8. And so honestly, with this particular card, you're more thinking it than you really are. A lot of times our thoughts stay in our head and they almost physically manifest if we don't watch it. So for me, this card is more of a warning to say don't stay in your head too much, because really you can manifest what you want, and don't feel trapped about maybe you've taken on more obligations or responsibilities, or you've purchased some items that you're like, wow, those payments are really going to be large. What was I thinking? So really, this is a good law of attraction card, to really think positive thoughts. You can do it. Let your guard down. Let go as far as negative thinking. Think positively, like this is going to work out, and it will. It really, really will. When I look at this card, I don't usually notice this, but I'm looking at the face and the hair, which there's not much outline on this particular face. So interesting. Let's see. That might mean that there's not much outline on the face. So really, it's not so much physically as to be worried about these things. It's kind of get out of that face, out of that head space, and own your own power. Again, what I was talking about earlier. I feel like some of you just kind of feel a little bit trapped in some finances, maybe some over obligations that you made, but you can make it work. You can make it work. Maybe a few more hours in the workplace, and it could be some overcommitments to volunteer work. I'm hearing like some of you may have been volunteering or have volunteered for work to help out and do an additional project, or maybe some, it's some kids projects. You're like, wow, why did I do that? So just kind of take a deep breath, release it, and I think you'll find that everything will be okay. And I really feel that so, because your next card is another spirit card. Remember, your first one was 2, and it was the waiting game. But now here comes victory and success. So remember, I told you that there wasn't too much longer to this waiting game. So it feels like that and this is the number 6, victory and success. And 6 has to do with our obligations, with our responsibilities, with family, with home, community. And I feel like that a lot of you are going to start feeling more settled as the month of February goes on. I think I almost see some of you like relaxing in what they call an easy chair, a big old stuffed chair, and just going, whew, that was a lot of work, but I've gotten through it. I'm getting through it, and I can now blow my horn and really toot my whistle, because to yourself, if nothing else, to yourself, be kind to you, because this card is saying, good job well done. You've really been taking some action steps. I'm wondering if some of you have been also, these cards, my intuition goes off, but some of you have been reading a lot. I saw the word and heard the word library. So it could be that, maybe you're you're studying. Some of you are studying some or have gone back to school, or you're taking new classes, or you're doing some online classes, and you're starting to feel some resolve, or maybe those classes are coming to an end and you're feeling really good about that. Yeah, because there's a lot of yellow in this card that I'm noticing. There is a lot of darker purple, but that just, for me, that feels like that's sort of the foundation of everything, and then the yellow is like it opens up. So I feel like some of you are taking on additional studies as well, and I think you're really going to feel good about them. I think they're going to start paying off for you as early as next month, the month of March. All right, well, your last card, I really do love this card. This is another 6, and this is material and spiritual prosperity. And this is actually a physical card. This has to do with you all really, your possessions, and seeing your actions, whatever you've done in the workplace or whatever you've put out in the world, it's coming to fruition. It's our creativity. If you've done some creative projects, I feel like a lot of you are going to start seeing some material abundance out of that. Money, perks, bonuses, royalties, commissions, yeah, those types of things. Because I'm feeling like when I said royalties too, if I look at the back of his collar, it feels like there's sort of a royalness about this situation. So some of you, and of course it's a general reading, but some of you may have written books or written songs or something like that where there's some royalties. You guys are, again, very intuitive, so you're very good at some of the creative arts, or if you've written a book on, I want to say, not only self-care but self-awareness, law of attraction kind of thing keeps coming up for me for you. So as you can take a look, he's looking out at his land. He's looking out at what he has done in his life to produce the beautiful land that he's looking out on. There's trees, there's fountains, that he's looking at the sun. So lots of fulfillment, lots of prosperity, and too with family. Again, this goes out to giving to others, wanting to share the wealth. Don't you love it? So that's a really awesome card to get. I feel like by the end of February, you're really going to see some things blossom for yourself, and see some financial rewards at least start to come for the upcoming months. So new opportunities, probably new opportunities for some of you. Promotions could be. Okay, so for the last card, and this one wanted to come right off the top, this is Dream Virtues Archangel cards. And for you guys, wow, okay, Clairvoyance. Okay, remember how I was just saying how, well, I know that you all are intuitive. Everybody is, but you guys are water signs, so it's a little bit more present sometimes. This is from Archangel Raziel. I am helping your spiritual path and your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love. Well, don't you love it in the month of love that Archangel Raziel is helping you spiritually to awaken so you can see heavenly love. Wow, that's a pretty awesome card to get. Actually, that one is not pulled often, so it feels kind of special. So again, I always like to talk about the spiritual world and those that have passed on that are there for guidance and support. And so I feel like that, this is part of that just kind of keep your, notice what you're seeing. Notice if any, like with me when I'm sitting here, sometimes I'll see words or hear them or know them, but just pay attention to what you're noticing, or if an image comes into your mind before something happens, that image comes back up, where you actually end up seeing it. It's like precognition. And you can go on my website too, and I have, you can subscribe there, and I'll send you a video of how to tap into your clairvoyant and clairsentient. I've had that video for a while, but if you haven't gone onto my website and subscribed, that video is free. I'll send it to you. Some great exercises. Okay, my friends, have an awesome month. Spiritually, you've been playing the waiting game, but there's some victory and success. Don't be too fearful. Just remember to stay out of the mind space too much of worry, worry, worry. And I feel like you're going to see some prosperity and abundance come in. Some new things going on. New things. Okay, Scorpio, have an awesome month. Be sure and contact me if you would like a reading, and I will see you